Virgo, before we begin, take a quiet moment for yourself. Put aside the things that have been demanding your attention and simply breathe. August 11th carries an interesting energy around you because the tarot suggests that something you have been carefully analyzing may finally begin to reveal its true meaning. You may have been trying to understand why a particular situation has taken so long. Why someone hasn't given you a clear answer. Why a career opportunity hasn't developed as quickly as expected. Or why your financial plans keep requiring adjustments. The cards suggest that you have not been wasting your time. You have been preparing. And August 11th may give you the first real indication of what all that preparation was for. Virgo, you naturally notice details that other people overlook. You remember conversations, small changes in people's behavior, numbers, dates, promises, and things that don't quite feel right. That ability can be incredibly powerful. But sometimes it can also make you overthink. You can analyze a situation so deeply that you become afraid to make any decision at all. August 11th asks you to find the balance between careful thinking and trusting yourself. You don't need to know every possible outcome before taking the next step. Sometimes you simply need enough information to move forward. There is an unexpected development surrounding this day. A message may arrive. Someone could suddenly change their position. An opportunity might appear from an unexpected source. Or something you thought was finished could return for one final conversation. At first, you may wonder whether this is something you should welcome. Don't rush. Look carefully. There may be more behind the situation than you can see at first. The tarot suggests that August 11th is a day when details matter. Read the message carefully. Listen to what people actually say. Notice what they don't say. And most importantly, pay attention to actions. Words can sound convincing, but actions reveal intention. Now let's talk about your career. This is one of the strongest areas in your reading. Virgo, your professional progress may have felt slower than you wanted, but the cards suggest that your consistency is beginning to create results. Someone may recognize your reliability. A supervisor could give you more responsibility. A colleague may ask for your assistance because they trust your judgment. Client could return. Or an opportunity may appear that requires exactly the kind of skills you've been developing quietly. Don't underestimate the value of being dependable. In a world where many people make promises, the person who consistently delivers becomes extremely valuable. That may be you. If you've been waiting for recognition, don't assume that silence means nobody noticed. Sometimes people are watching before they make a decision. August 11th may bring evidence of that. You could receive positive feedback. You might be invited to participate in something important. Or someone could ask whether you're interested in taking on a new role. If this happens, don't immediately say no because you're afraid you aren't ready. You may never feel completely ready. Growth often begins when you accept something slightly bigger than your current comfort zone. For Virgo who are searching for work, the tarot encourages you to revisit opportunities you previously dismissed. There may be a position you didn't consider because it didn't look perfect. But look beyond the title. Look at the skills you'll gain. Look at the people you'll meet. Look at where the role could lead. Sometimes the best opportunity isn't the one that looks impressive immediately. It's the one that gives you room to grow. There is also a message about organization. August 11th is an excellent day to clean up unfinished professional matters. Answer that email. Complete that document. Update your resume. Organize your schedule. Follow up with someone. One small task you've been postponing could become more important than you realize. Now let's move into finances. Virgo, your financial reading is about control, planning, and a surprising opportunity. You may discover that a financial situation isn't as difficult as you feared. Payment could arrive. An expense may be reduced. Someone could return money they owe you. Or you may find a new way to earn through something you already know how to do. The cards suggest that financial improvement comes through practical decisions rather than unnecessary risk. You don't need to gamble with your stability. You need a plan. And you may already know what that plan should look like. Perhaps you've been thinking about saving more, paying something off, starting a side income, reducing unnecessary expenses, or investing in your education. August 11th is a good day to turn one of those thoughts into a concrete action. Don't try to change everything at once. Choose one thing. Do it well. Then move to the next. There is also a warning about perfectionism. You may wait for the perfect moment to begin. But financially, perfect timing rarely exists. Sometimes you simply need to start with what you have. If an opportunity appears, ask questions before committing. Make sure you understand the terms. Don't let someone else's urgency become your urgency. A good financial opportunity should survive careful consideration. There may also be an unexpected financial message on this day. Could be a notification about money. Client may contact you. Payment may move forward. Or you may hear about an opportunity that could become financially useful later. It may not make you rich immediately, but it could become the beginning of something. And Virgo, beginnings are often smaller than the results they eventually create. Now let's talk about the unexpected events. The tarot shows that something may happen that interrupts your carefully organized plans. You may have everything arranged perfectly, and then something changes. A meeting is moved. Someone cancels. Person arrives unexpectedly. You receive a message that requires your attention. Your first reaction may be frustration, but pause before reacting. The change may actually put you in a better position. Perhaps the cancellation gives you time to notice another opportunity. Perhaps the unexpected person brings information you've been waiting for. Perhaps the change prevents you from making a decision that would have caused problems later. Not every interruption is a setback. Sometimes life is simply redirecting you. In love, Virgo, August 11th brings an energy of honesty. If you're single, someone may catch your attention in a way you didn't expect. Could be someone you already know. Someone from your professional environment. A friend of a friend. Or simply someone you meet during an ordinary day. The connection may not be dramatic at first. In fact, it may begin through conversation. You may notice how intelligent they are, how calmly they communicate, how comfortable you feel around them, and that could become more meaningful than immediate attraction. Virgo, you don't need a relationship that constantly keeps you guessing. You need something that allows you to feel secure while still growing emotionally. The cards suggest that a slow connection should not be underestimated. If you're already in a relationship, communication becomes especially important. You may have been keeping something inside because you were trying to avoid unnecessary conflict. But your partner cannot respond to feelings they don't know exist. Choose honesty over silent resentment. Tell them what you need, and then give them space to tell you what they need. There may be an opportunity to strengthen the relationship through one sincere conversation. For some Virgo, a past relationship may also come back into your thoughts. You might see something that reminds you of someone. You could hear their name, or they may actually contact you. But the tarot asks you to look at the situation differently this time. Don't ask only, "Do I still have feelings?" Ask, "Would this relationship fit the person I am today?" That's a much more important question. You are not the same person you were when that relationship began. Your standards have changed. Your priorities have changed. Your understanding of love has changed. And that's okay. Family matters may also become important on August 11th. Someone could ask for your advice because they trust your ability to see situations clearly. But be careful not to become everyone's problem solver. You can give advice without taking responsibility for the outcome. People are allowed to make their own choices, and you are allowed to protect your energy. There is a strong spiritual message around your intuition. You may notice something before anyone else does. A subtle change. A strange coincidence. a repeated number, a dream, or simply a feeling that something is different. Don't immediately dismiss that feeling, but don't allow fear to control it either. Virgo, there is a difference between intuition and overthinking. Intuition often feels quiet and simple. Overthinking creates endless possibilities. If your mind is giving you 20 reasons to be afraid, stop and breathe. Ask yourself what you actually know. Then separate facts from assumptions. That exercise could bring you enormous clarity. As the day progresses, you may receive a piece of information that changes how you see a certain situation. Something you thought was personal may actually have nothing to do with you. Something you thought was impossible may suddenly become possible. Or something you thought you needed may no longer feel important. This is part of your growth. You're learning that clarity doesn't always come from analyzing harder. Sometimes it comes from stepping back. August 11th may also remind you that you don't have to control every detail of your future. You can plan. You can prepare. You can be responsible. But life will always contain surprises. And sometimes those surprises are where the most meaningful opportunities are found. There is a beautiful message about your confidence. You may have been too focused on what you still need to improve. But take a moment to recognize what you've already accomplished. You have learned. You have survived difficult situations. You have developed skills. You have become wiser. You have made mistakes and learned from them. You are not starting from zero. You are starting from experience. That distinction matters. By the evening, you may find yourself thinking seriously about your next chapter. Career. Money. Love. Home. Personal goals. You may realize that you are ready to simplify your life. Less unnecessary drama. Less emotional confusion. Less pressure to please everyone. More focus. More peace. More purpose. And Virgo, that could be one of the most important transformations happening around you. You don't necessarily need more things. You may need fewer things that drain you. The tarot suggests that August 11th can help you recognize where your energy is being wasted. Maybe it's a relationship that constantly requires you to prove yourself. Maybe it's a job where your efforts are taken for granted. Maybe it's financial habits that keep you stressed. Maybe it's your own habit of expecting perfection from yourself. Whatever it is, awareness is the first step toward change. There is one final message for you. Don't mistake patience for stagnation. Just because you don't see immediate results doesn't mean your efforts are meaningless. A seed doesn't look like a tree. A beginning doesn't look like a success. And preparation doesn't always look exciting. But that doesn't make it less important. Your career can improve. Your financial situation can become stronger. Your relationships can become healthier. And your confidence can return. But you don't need to force the process. Take one intelligent step at a time. On August 11th, pay attention to unexpected messages. Pay attention to professional conversations. Watch your financial decisions. Listen to your intuition. And don't ignore the small opportunity that appears in an ordinary moment. It may be more important than it looks. Virgo, you may begin this day thinking that you're waiting for life to give you an answer. But perhaps the real change happens when you realize that you already know more than you think. You know what feels right. You know what drains you. You know where you've been compromising too much. And you know what you want to build next. Trust that knowledge. You don't have to explain every decision to everyone. You simply have to be honest with yourself. August 11th carries a message of clarity, practical progress, financial awareness, and unexpected movement. Something may surprise you. Something may finally make sense. Something may begin. And something you have been holding on to may finally become easier to release. Let the day unfold without trying to control every detail. Because Virgo, the thing you're waiting for may not arrive exactly when you expected. It may arrive differently. It may arrive quietly. It may arrive through a person, a message, or an opportunity you almost overlooked. But when it does, you'll understand why the tarot kept telling you to pay attention. Your next chapter doesn't need to be perfect. It simply needs to be yours.